Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Bottino, and today we're going to talk about breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It gives you energy to do all the things you need to do, and in general, I try and eat a breakfast every morning before I get going. So when I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for breakfast, I keep in mind that good breakfast should have three parts. It should have a fat, a fiber, and a protein. So, why fat? Fat gives you energy and keeps you full. Now, you hear a lot about eating low fat or not eating too much fat, and that's absolutely true. You definitely don't want to eat too much, but a little bit of fat is really important, again, for giving you energy and keeping you full. So you're not hungry again for another meal in half an hour or an hour. Now, what about fiber? So fiber mostly comes from plants, from fruits and vegetables, and fiber is kind of like a natural cleaner for your body to keep things moving. So you've been sleeping all night, things have been kind of sitting in there, and fiber is really good to keep things moving. Fiber keeps things moving in your stomach and helps you poop. Fiber also keeps things moving in your blood and helps your heart. So an important point or part of every good breakfast is fiber. Third, protein. Protein, I think of protein almost like little Lego blocks, the building blocks of strong muscles. Protein gives you strength, and like fat, gives you energy and keeps you full. But mainly, protein is used for muscle building. Your whole body is made of protein. All right, so let's give some examples of a good breakfast. So over here, we've got some apple. I already ate most of it because I was hungry and it was breakfast time. Oops. With some sliced up apple, some almonds, some walnuts, and some peanut butter. Now, we've got all our three elements right here. So, apple has our fiber in it. Again, because it's a plant, you can hear it when you bite it. Crunchy, right? That's fiber. That keeps things moving in your body. Now, peanut butter, or these are walnuts, or almonds, which are two different kinds of nuts, have both fat and protein. Now, you can see that when you look on the label. So here's the peanut butter label. And again, it's not important what kind of peanut butter it is, and that's kind of why I kept the label, these parts of the label covered up. But what you can see in the ingredients, first of all, is that it's just peanuts, a little bit of oil, and some salt for flavor. But it's unsweetened. And that's a good point, that there's no added sugar in this. Sugar is what you don't want as part of a breakfast. You don't want added sugar. Because unlike fat or protein, sugar will make you hungry again. After I eat a lot of sugar, if I've had some soda or donut, I feel hungry again in like half an hour or an hour. So again, as part of a good breakfast, fat, fiber, protein, no added sugar. Uh-oh, my dog wants to go out. All right, Belle, we're coming. All right, so getting back to our label, so what you can see here, oops, let's turn this way, is that, getting used to this camera, is that there's fat, and there's a lot of fat in this. It says 26% or 17 grams. There's also 7 grams of protein in here. So there's a fair amount of fat in peanut butter. And there's protein. And that's good. It'll keep you full, it'll give you energy, and it'll help build muscles. But again, no added sugar. Added sugar will make you hungry. So other good, so these are almonds here. So almonds are another good type of nut. And I got the label here, and again, this is the bag it was on. So as you can see in the ingredients, it's just almonds. There's nothing else in there, and you can see up here, total fat 14 grams, 22%. So there's a fair amount of fat in there. And again, where's the protein? 6 grams of protein. There's also 3 grams of fiber, which is 12%. So again, there's a fat, fiber, and a protein in each of these nuts. Now in general, with nuts, it's important to, when you're buying them, so you saw on the ingredient label there, just nuts. They weren't roasted or salted, no added sugar, no nothing else. So again, when you're thinking about what to eat, no added sugar, and especially a good point with nuts, try and get them raw. No, we're coming. No added sugar and raw. All right. Now, for the last thing we'll show, here's milk. We got some milk. Again, doesn't matter what kind it is, but here's milk. And so you can see this milk. This is a whole milk. So again, there's a fair amount of fat in there, 9 grams. A lot of saturated fat. Saturated fat means it stays solid at room temperature. It's more likely to, saturated fat, some people think, is more likely to cause like things like heart disease if you eat too much of it than unsaturated fat. But we can talk about that in another video. And no fiber in milk, but good protein and also calcium, and there's some vitamin D in this milk. So milk is pretty good, but again, there's a lot of fat in here. If so a lot of people drink low fat or skim milk, which are great. In general, you want to. I think a little bit of milk is pretty good. Some people have lactose intolerance, or milk just makes them feel a little queasy. So again, I think you gotta see what works for you. But a little bit is okay. So, good part of a healthy breakfast. So we got some cereal in here. This is granola. See that? Oops. That's granola. All right. Now, I bought the kind of granola, it doesn't have a label on it, but this kind of granola doesn't have a whole lot of added sugar. Granola is good because it has some fiber and some protein, which you can add a little of this. I'll take a bite of this because this is good. So, peanut butter and an apple. Fat, fiber, and protein right there. Excellent way to start your day with good breakfast. So, if you're making cereal, like this granola, again, look on the ingredient label, and next time maybe we'll do a little cereal video. But the key is, again, some fat, some fiber, some protein, no added sugar, all right? We got our milk. We'll do add a little milk. Again, this has a lot of fat in it, so I only need a little bit. All right. A little more granola. So again, a really good way that you can add some fat, fiber, and protein to your cereal is to add some nuts. You can even add your fruit. I got some raspberries here. Fruit is really good because fruit has sugar in it. That's why it tastes sweet. but there's nothing added to it. It's just natural fruit, right? And if you bought, when you look on the ingredient label, it just says raspberries. There's no added sugar. There's the natural sugar that's in the fruit, but there's no added sugar. The other key aspect of fruit that's really important, that's really good, is fruit has fiber in it. Again, fiber keeps things moving in your body. All right? So, we've got in this nice little bowl here the granola or cereal. Again, no added sugar. That's got some fat and some protein in it. Our nuts, which have fat, fiber, and protein in them. And then our fruit, our raspberry and our apple, that keeps it sweet with no added sugar and has lots of fiber in it. So this is a good, healthy breakfast. That was a spoon with peanut butter on it. And a good way to start your day. So, I'm Dr. Bottino. I'm going to finish my breakfast and take the dog out, and we'll see you soon.